major warning here, spoilers for Mugen Train. If you haven't seen Demon Slayer, if you haven't seen the movie yet, or if you haven't read it, if you're planning to read it, please, 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 please do not watch this video. It is so good, and it is not worth getting spoiled. What is going on, everyone? I just got back from the new Demon Slayer movie. I just watched Mugen Train, and I would just like to make a quick video about it. It was absolutely amazing. It exceeded every standard I had for it and beyond. I just finished Demon Slayer today. I had never watched it before. I had been planning to watch it, but when I knew the movie was coming out, I was like, why not just watch them in a row? Because the movie's canon. So the past couple days I've been binging Demon Slayer. I finished it earlier this morning, and a couple hours ago I went to see the movie. That was such a good idea, running it from the end of the episode straight into the movie with less than 3 hours in between was so nice to be able to just watch it straight through. And as the movie started, it started good. It was straight into the action. They were straight on the train. The movie starts with Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. And they are all boarding the train. This is happened in the 26th episode of Demon Slayer. It blends perfectly together. The end of it is the beginning of the movie. They get on the train and they are assisting the Flame Hashira Rengoku. The antagonist of the movie to start with is Enmu. And he's one of the lower rank sixes of the 12 Kazuki. He is the top of the lower sixth rank. So you have the top six, and then he's the first of the lower six. And originally, he's strong, but he's obviously not in the top six. But he gets more blood from the leader, meaning he is even stronger now. And he says, I will prove myself by killing Tanjiro. So he is on this train. He's been killing random people, and the 5 of them have been sent to kill Enmu. So they get on the train. Enmu is there. They all fall asleep. He's got his blood awakening power is him going into your dreams, and he can make whatever dream he wants. It's a very cool idea. It's a very cool demon art. And as they're all dreaming, Tanjiro wakes up early because he sees himself in the water's reflection. Nezuko lights him on fire to alert him that he's in a dream and he can smell her. Blah, blah, blah. He wakes up. They start fighting the demon. Tanjiro thinks he kills the demon. And movie's over. We're only 30 minutes in. The demon isn't dead. It actually has manifested itself into the train, which is a little running gag because Inosuke at the beginning was like, oh, they'd never seen a train before. And Inosuke was like, oh, the train's the villain. It actually was. So Enmu is now the train, meaning he has full control over, he's taken over the entire train with what looks like a skin has taken over everything, meaning he's in every car and can attack any passenger at any time. Finally, everyone wakes up, Inosuke, then Zenitsu, then finally Rengoku wakes up, and Rengoku takes the last 5 cars. Zenitsu and Nezuko take the front 3 because there's 8 cars in the train. And then Inosuke and Tanjiro take the actual fight with Enmu. So what they have to do, they have to find Enmu's body, which turns out to be in the conductor's area. So up at the first car. And they fight him. They have to work together, synchronize their breathing because his spine is running under the train, meaning they have to sever that. So Inosuke takes out the flesh above it, and then finally Tanjiro takes out the spine with his fire-breathing technique. And once he takes that out, again, we're only an hour in now, so everything's kind of calming down. Killing him sets the train off the tracks. It's bouncing around. Passengers got injured. No one died, but there are injured passengers. Since Tanjiro did use his fire-breathing technique, he's now immobilized, and he was also stabbed by someone that Enmu had under his control. He had, I think it was 5 people under his control, meaning he told them if they killed all of the demon slayers in their sleep, then he would give them good dreams back, because all he'd been giving them was nightmares. So the conductor of the train was part of this group, and he stabbed Tanjiro in his stomach. He punctured a vital organ, or whatever it was, and Rengoku showed him how to stop the bleeding, but it was still a critical injury, meaning he couldn't get up and do any more fighting, which you're like, he doesn't need to. The enemy's dead. So there are all these injured passengers outside of the train. The train's off the tracks at this point, and everyone's kind of just rescuing passengers. Rengoku's over with Tanjiro. Everyone else is rescuing passengers, pulling them out from under the train, whatever it is. And they're talking. Rengoku and Tanjiro talking, and it's good. But you're looking at I looked at my watch, and I was like, we've still got just under an hour left in this movie. So it was weird. I was like, maybe we'll get some more extra plot. No. All of a sudden, you're interrupted by this bang landing on the ground. And you're like, who's that? Looks very threatening. And his name is Akaza. He is the Upper Moon 3, meaning he is the third strongest in all of the Demon Moons. And he shows up. It shows a panning shot of his eye, and it shows his rank straight off. So you're like, not good. He's pretty high ranked. Rengoku squares up with him. Tanjiro can't move, and he goes to try and help him. And Rengoku was like, nope, stay down. If you get up, you're obviously going to open your injury again. Like, I'm ordering you to stay down. At this point, Inosuke's also with Tanjiro. They're both just watching Rengoku and Akaza face off. The ensuing fight scene is quite possibly the best fight in any show I have ever watched. The animation, the sound design, the camera angles, everything about it, every frame was perfect. My heart was pounding the whole time. High action, music was up, everything was so good. It matched so well. I think it is quite possibly the best fight scene I've ever seen. It goes on for probably 20 minutes with this insane animation coming through all the way, and it ends with Rengoku dying. Theater went quiet. It wasn't noisy to begin with, but no one says anything. It's devastating. And Akaza, you're like, oh, it's that final scene with Rengoku grabbing his arm. Akaza's got his fist in his stomach, and he won't let him go. Akaza rips his arm off, rips his other arm out of his stomach, just clean off both arms. And Tanjiro is watching him, and the sun's coming up. You think he's gonna die, and he starts running away. Tanjiro throws his sword with the fire breathing, hits him in the stomach, but he gets away. This movie was incredible. I went in, knew nothing about it. I got 0 spoilers, which I normally have a lot, and it was unbelievably good. It did not disappoint. From the beginning to the end, there was no slow part where it was, oh, come on, kind of dragged out. Like, let's speed it up. No slow part. Suspense was incredible. Animation was top-notch, as we expect from Ufotable on Demon Slayer. It has been all the way through. And the soundtrack, I cannot praise enough. The Demon Slayer soundtrack in the show was good. This was unbelievable. The show was awesome with soundtrack. This just went up another notch. Especially during the fight scene, I cannot praise it enough. And overall, on 0 to 100, I would give it a 95. Blew me away. Truly an incredible movie. Episode 19, everyone knows, the best episode of Demon Slayer, animation fight-wise. This topped that. This was that same level of animation, that same level of sound, that same level of feeling for even longer. The fight wasn't 5 minutes. It was over 20. Tense the entire time. So that's about all I wanted to say about the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, please go watch it. Watch the show, watch the movie. It is 100% worth your time. That's about all I have to say. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.